Hey everybody, we are at Wine and Beer 101 Gastropub in Wake Forest. I've got managing partner Jeff and Chef Joe, Michael, Melissa, Elliott here.
And we are hosting another date night, and it's going to be Thursday, April 21st. So we wanted to have a conversation with you guys and kind of let us know, one, how did the Gastropub get started?
Well, living around Wake Forest long enough, we just determined that there needed to be a family-friendly restaurant that would provide upscale food, but at the same time provide food from the youngest kid to someone who wanted something a little more fancy, but at the same time could get their burger, could get fries, could get those type of things in between. So we've really put a lot of effort into our menu to kind of make a very broad menu to allow the most people to come in here and try our food.
Awesome. And so what are your hours of operation?
We are currently open Wednesday through Saturday from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. and we're looking at expanding those hours as we move forward.
Awesome. And Chef Joe, tell us a little bit about the menu and how you've come up with that.
Sure. So I might be shooting myself in the foot here in the eyes of the rest of the chefs of the world when I say this, but when I look at new American cuisine, I see it as a cheat code to say, oh, I can put a little bit of everything that I want to on the menu. So if you look at our menu currently, I have Korean skewers next to Canadian style poutine, and then our high class, American burgers, right? So you end up having this variety that you aren't able to capitalize on elsewhere. But the more important thing that I like to point out is nothing on my menu is reinventing the wheel. I don't want to be known for the best some dish that the average person can't pronounce. I don't want to be able to walk down the street and say, oh, you're Chef Joe, you're the guy who makes the best foie gras. If you ask 20 people on the street what foie gras is, maybe 5 of them will tell you. I'd rather just be known for having the best burger, the best Caesar salad. You blanch your fries correctly. So I think you would like to do the simple things well, and that's what we capitalize on here.
I heard you mention the 3 C's. Tell us about that.
So I think honestly the big things to running a restaurant come in, the 3 C's to make life easier. It's going to be consistency, and that means doing things like keeping your hours of operation the same. My rule of thumb is always you can give more, but you should never take away. So, with our hours of operation currently, Wednesday to Saturday, 5 to 9, but we're expanding. We're not going to make the decision to say, oh, we wanted to start open 7 days a week and then cut back, and then change our hours every other week, or every 2 months say, oh, by the way, we're closed on Sunday again. No, you want to be a consistent place for your customer base. Creativity is big as well. You're going to want, as I said, not to reinvent the wheel, but to present something in a new way. Challenge people's palates. My goal is always to hit every single taste bud that you have. Have a salt, have a sweet, have a spicy, have a sour, right? You want to make sure that all of these taste buds are being activated. And a lot of people have come and said, oh, well, I don't like Brussels sprouts. Your Brussels sprouts have made me like Brussels sprouts. And that's because I add goat cheese and bourbon and balsamic and honey, and I roast the Brussels sprouts so they actually change the texture and the chemistry of the root vegetable. And then the last C that I have is, oh man,